Hey YouTube, this is a video on how to change a water pump on a 6-liter GM or Chevy truck engine, I believe from say 99 to 2006. This is an 05. Shouldn't be that difficult. I'm going to start by taking this this air duct off. There's 5/16 or 8mm right there, and then there's one right there. So I already loosened these up. This should come off pretty easy. And there she is down there, right there. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to get all these hoses off. I think most of the coolant had already drained out, but if yours has not drained out, there is right down there. You can barely see it. It's right underneath that metal tube right there. There's a drain plug on the radiator. I have all water in here now because this thing was pretty much bone dry. So I'm just going to pull the hoses and let the water drain out. Alright, so for this upper hose, there's a clamp right here. And there's one right here. And then you're just going to pull these hoses off. See, it's all water coming out. So I'm just going to let all that drain out. So I gotta use two hands to get this one off. Alright, so now I'm gonna get this shroud off. Sorry, my newborn babysitting, teaching her how to do a water pump. So if she cries, I apologize ahead of time. So we got a 10mm there, a 10mm right here, and then there's some push clips. But it looks like, well, there's one there. This one fell out. There's one there. And the one back there fell out. So I just got to take two out. And then these two 10mm bolts. Alright, so to get this fan off right here, it's attached to this pulley. I don't exactly know what size that is. I don't have a wrench big enough, but I do have an adjustable wrench that's big enough. And I'll show you in a minute, but there's these two holes on the pulley itself on either side. And they make a tool that has these two like knobs sticking off, and then you can hold the pulley while you're unscrewing it. But in the past, when I've done these, I'm usually able to just put the wrench on there and just bang it a couple times. Alright, it came off relatively easy. I guess it depends on how tight you put it on, but it's counter rotating, so when the engine's running, it'll actually tighten up on this nut, and then you can just spin the fan and get it off. So you can see those holes there. They make a tool like a bar, and it has two little knobs, and then it arches over, and it'll grab the other one too, so that you can hold it off to the side and then loosen that up. But I don't have to do it. Awesome. So, well, that's why my air conditioning wasn't working. I see the belt down there is off. So the next thing, it looks like I gotta take all these hoses off here. So I have there's three of them. I have a tool for that. to get those spring clips off, or spring clamps. So I'm gonna go grab that. So you can use a pair of pliers or something, but I got this tool here. It's pretty nifty. It's like a cable with some grips on it, and you can let me see if I can place this so we can see it work. You put the one side, oh, put the one side over there, and then the other side over that, and you just squeeze. And it's got a lock on it so that you can break this free. Usually I can squeeze it and get it up the hose, but it doesn't want to do it today. The hose is pretty swollen. So what I'm going to do is work the clamp back towards the water pump, because I can't get the clamp off. There we go. One down. And what's cool is you can get these from just about any angle. These little ones, I suspect, will be much easier. Okay, that one came right off. So these go to the your heater core. These two right here, smaller ones. If you have a busted heater core and you never use your heat, you can pull these hoses off right here and put some caps on them. And it bypasses the heater core. You can get some rubber caps. Well, I was trying not to get one hand dirty, but looks like they're both going to get dirty. So, it's all water and rust. Actually, the other day when it blew out, I was at the river and everything poured out on the street. So I had to get a couple gallons of river water just to get me home. Yep. All right. All Alright, so the next thing, that we got this tensioner here. We got to get this belt off, so you just put a wrench on that and you bend it around. I have this adjustable right here, so this will work. I think it's a 15 millimeter, but I don't remember. And you just push it down and then pull the belt off of here and then relieve the pressure. So that's it. And it's pretty easy to get it back on. I don't know why my AC belt fell off. Maybe because it was slipping on the water pump from the water, or it stretched out, but I'm going to change this belt while I'm at it. And I might as well change the serpentine belt too while I'm at it, because it's had coolant all over it. So, not saying it's bad, but alright, so that's pretty much it. So we got 1, 2, 3 bolts there. 1, 2, 3 there. There's the water neck. The thermostat's inside there, so I'm going to get a new thermostat. And I think that's it. I think there's just, unless there's a sneaky guy down here. Nope, I think it's just 6. I think it's just those 6 bolts, and this thing should come right out. So I'm going to get my impact and wheel them out and see if comes right out, hopefully. So I used my impact and wheeled the they're all 10 millimeter. There's 6 of them, and it fell right out. So there it is. That's the whole shebang. I suspect that when I get the new one, I'm gonna have to move this over to the new one and move this over to the new one. Hopefully I don't have to move this over, because I don't know, it's on there pretty good. I don't know how I would even get that off without, well, I'm thinking it's going to come with that. And then that's it right there, just those 2 ports, and bolt right back on. So I don't necessarily see where it was leaking from, but it was definitely pouring out from underneath there. Maybe I should change that lower hose too, because that looks pretty expanded. Yep, so while I'm in there, I'm going to just spray all this stuff down with some engine cleaner and get all that gunk and crap off. And that's pretty much it. Just waiting for the water pump to get here. Alright, so one other thing you might want to do while you're in here is you can flush out your flush all the crap out of your engine. You got the 2 ports here. So you could either fire water in the bottom or the top, and then you'll flush all the garbage out of the motor. And then there's 2 more on that side. You can run water in there with a hose, and then you could just flush them all out, and you'll see a bunch of crap come out. Now you can also do the same for your heater core. If you want to flush your heater core out, you put your hose on this and flush it out. That's going to flush the front one. I have a rear one as well. So if I put it on this one, it should flush the, well, I don't know where the, well, I don't know. Maybe this is it. All right, well, that's it. I guess it's connected under the dash. Oh, here, it's connected over there. Those metal lines right there, they go to the back, so there's no way to really get to that. But I guess flushing the front one out, make your heat work a lot better. And then you can also put your hose on the top here, put it inside there, and you can flush your radiator out. It'll all come out the bottom hose. So mine actually wasn't too bad. You know, a lot of fluid has been coming out, so I've been putting water in for a while, and it's all my coolant, I guess, was out. It was all diluted out, so it was just straight water. But I did put river water in there. Another trick, if you're on the side of the road and you need to put water in it, and you have access to like ditch water, river water, all you got to do is take a rag and stick it like that, and then you can pour water with debris and stuff in there, and it'll filter down through a rag, and it'll keep leaves and grass or whatever the hell, depending on what kind of water you're using, it'll filter a lot of the stuff out so that you can get cleaner water in there. That's just a trick. Good help is hard to find. Wake up, you're on the clock. Alright, so my parts just arrived. Don't mind the mess. My life is a series of non-stop working on broke stuff. Everything breaks. Everything works great until it breaks. My stuff is always broke. Never works great. So here's the new thermostat. I'm going to put that back in this housing and then pop that on. And then I got to take these off. These are 15 millimeter, and then move that pulley over to here. And that's that. All right, so I got the thermostat in there, the housing. Here's the gaskets for the back. Now you could put some like Permatex or something, some gasket maker, just to hold them in place, but I'm just going to put the screws in and I'll hold them in place, and then I'll just start snugging them up. And what's this? Oh, it's like a protective ring. And then I should be able to just get it on. Just by holding it in place, and then just one at a time, just slowly wheel them in. Alright, so the water pump's in. Tighten the 6 bolts down, nice and snug. It went in fine. The gaskets held on there fine. So the next thing I did was put these 3 hoses back on, and put those clamps back on. I really hate these clamps, especially that big one with a swollen hose. The new hose, I guess, is on back order. They didn't deliver it, so I just put the old one back on. It was very hard, even completely compressed, to get that clamp on there, but it's on. So the next thing I'm going to do is put on the new AC belt, and on your truck it should show you the configuration right here. So diesel V8 engine, so I can't read that one, but this is probably it right here. Well, that's for the serpentine belt. Doesn't say for the AC, but I guess the AC shouldn't be that hard. So I'll try to figure it out. I know it's got to go around the harmonic balancer there. So probably just goes right over around the compressor, back over this pulley, and then back around. So try it out. Alright, so to get this belt on, there's a tensioner pulley right here. So you put a 3/8 ratchet in there, and then you push down on it. Yes, I have a Milwaukee tool for everything. And then just push it around. All right, so it's in the grooves here. It's in the grooves there, there. All right. Yep. All right. So, and you just let up on it and pull your ratchet out, and then that's it. But make sure you put the AC belt on first, because it's got the serpentine belt goes on the front of that, so you'll never get it on. So now I'm going to put the serp belt on. Okay, so I basically got the belt on, but you got to get it over this pulley here. So what you do is just leave this one off, get it around the pulley that you're going to be that spring pulley, and just leave this out. And then when you pull down on this should drop on there like so. And then just make sure all your teeth, everything's lined up. That will straighten itself out, and then release it, and that's it. That's a 15 millimeter, by the way. Yep. All right, so I got that. Now the fan goes back on. This is pretty simple. You just stick it on there and get that hose out of the way, and you just spin it on. And again, this, when the engine spins, it actually spins in a way that it tightens that nut. So, I mean, you want to try to jam tighten it a little bit. I'll put a, just, I call it jam tightening. You just want to get it on there so that when you shut the motor off, it doesn't backspin off. So you spin it right now. See, it's not unscrewing, so it's jam up. It's jam tight. All right, so I got that on. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. All right, so I got to put the shroud back on, and I was missing some of these clips. Basically this right here, I have a whole box full of them, so I'm going to go get 2 replacements, and I'm going to put the shroud back on. Alright, shroud's in, upper hose is on, I got that clamp. I actually cut some of the hose off of this because I didn't like it. It was really expanded at the end. It looked like a popper, so I'm getting a new hose anyway. So I shaved it, and it doesn't really get in the way of anything. I took, I don't know, maybe like 2 inches off. So now all I got to do is put the air duct cowl on, and then bleed it out. One thing I forgot I like to do is take the upper hose off and pour some coolant in there, because it'll go right into the water pump, and it'll help prime it. And then as you're filling your reservoir up, it'll drain in and actually fill up the radiator right to this point. So you'll know when the radiator's full. So you just leave this hose off, pour coolant in there, hold the hose up like this so it gets down in there, and or you can fill the bottle up first. And make sure you use Dex Cool, because I don't know, phosphates or distillants or something like that, about if you use regular antifreeze, it'll eat the inside of these motors up. So you have to use Dex Cool, or all makes, all models. Alright, so it's all back together, all topped off, running good. I had to cut this one too because it was leaking out of there, but yeah, everything's good now. Heat works good. air conditioning kicked on. So please subscribe and please hit that like button. Thanks, guys.